What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 148. Yep, that's right, we're celebrating Rome's 900th birthday of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me as always is Rick.
Hello everybody. Man, that's a weird fact for that number.
Sometimes you just gotta take what Wikipedia throws at you.
Yep.
I don't even know if it's technically the birthday. It's fucking Emperor Pius celebrated Rome's 900th anniversary. To me, that's interchangeable with birthday.
Like anniversary of founding and birthday of thing that is not real. Yeah,
Romulus and Remus, who, as we all know, were famously raised by wolves.
Yep. They drank milk from the wolf titty.
We've all seen that statue. But yes, today we're doing something a bit different, but we'll get into that a bit later. Those of you familiar with the show know we like to briefly talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide world first. So with that in mind, actually, very quickly, I've got a cough and I'm sick, guys, so if there's a few coughs, I apologise. Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
We had New Year's Eve, or as grandparents used to call it, Old Year's Night. I went to see some friends and then came home. It was more of a thing for kids, and then when the kids went to bed or left, it was for the adult. It was nice. A fun time was had by all. And beyond that, I did a one-shot in the Matt Colville DM game, which is a new D&D substitute. It seems to be coming along nicely with how it's being created and just designed in general. It's more around heroic fantasy. You're meant to be powerful, you're meant to feel decent. Even at level 1, you're already a superhero with a reasonably complete kit. And it's going to be interesting to see how that evolves. They don't have character creation yet, so they just give you a bunch of pre-made characters. You just pick one of the 5, and that's what you run the opening one-shot with. Beyond that, we started Ahsoka, and it had a strong opening episode.
That's good. I'm glad you feel that, because episode 2 was real wank.
Okay, I'm now less hype.
Episode 2 was wank, and then everything else was a winner. Was it episode 2? It might have been episode 2 or 3. I can't remember which one. One of them was a real low light, and it bounced back immediately because of what happened at the end of the next episode. So you'll know it when you get to it.
Yeah. And out in the wide world, 2023 has come to a close with no official Waluigi references. This is the first time this has happened since 2000 when it was introduced.
Okay, but at the same time, we ended strong with the Rule 63 Waluigi on the fan front, so, you know.
Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, which is the one before Morrowind, before it got super popular with casual nerds, has had a fan remaster, which it requires the original, but that's now free on Steam to run, because it essentially reads from the map data and that. It reads all the, the voice lines, I assume, and it actually looks okay. It's built in Unity, and the size of the map is colossal.
I'm somewhat impressed for a few reasons, not least because it actually got done. Because I remember about 6 years ago, I was getting a hype for Oblivirim and Morrowind. I think it was actually, and which was 2 fan projects led by the same guy, so it was almost doomed to fail, where it was like, if you own Skyrim and you also own a copy of Morrowind or Oblivion, what I'm doing is I'm taking Morrowind and Oblivion and I'm remaking them in the Skyrim engine. And he got the things they were showing off were very impressive, but they never got officially released, so it was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I think they tried to do Skywind a few years ago and that got shut down. I think his way of doing it you have to own both is potentially the only way that you can do it legally.
Pretty much, but again, it's a real moot point, because I might be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, that project's fucking dead.
And the last thing I've seen out in the universe is some Baldur's Gate 3 news, and for once, it's kind of bad news. Well, bad news for Xbox players anyway.
Fuck them.
By default, if you make a recording on Xbox, it gets uploaded to their servers as part of their, you pay for Xbox Live, here have some cloud service.
Yeah, I saw this news story, Rick, go ahead.
People have been recording their hanky-panky scenes and then getting it automatically reviewed by bots, and then they get automatic bans. One guy made 3 recordings and got 3 consecutive bans.
3 consecutive bans gave him an instant 1-year ban from Xbox Live, which it is bad in its own right, but the person in question also plays, I think it was FIFA, it could be another game, a sports game, and they invested money in the live, the Create Your Fantasy team. You can either get free packs or you can buy packs because it's gacha in disguise. And he said, if this ban goes through, he's actually lost a lot of money. Obviously,
yes.
there's an appeal process, and pretty much everyone knows that as long as it gets reviewed properly, that it's going to get overturned. But still, I get it. Having an automatic system makes life easier for the team in question. But like your Xbox, you should manually review this shit.
Yeah. How about you? What have you seen and what have you done?
I bought a video game, Rick.
Did you? What'd you get?
I bought Marvel Midnight Suns.
Okay. This is the XCOM one, isn't it?
It's not even... Okay, here's the problem. You're the person who put this on my radar. You're the person who told me it's XCOM. It's fucking nothing like XCOM.
Okay.
It's a fucking card game.
All right.
It's a very fancy, over-the-top card game, but it's a card game. I can understand why looking at certain screenshots you're like, that does look kind of like XCOM, but it doesn't fucking play like it.
Yep. So I was given this information by people who'd only seen the curated footage. So yeah, I had no idea that it was a card game. Man, is it any good?
So here's the deal, Rick. Every map you go onto, you've got a team of 3 heroes. I don't know if that expands and you can have more than 3 heroes, but I feel like if you have more than 3 heroes on the map, you can pretty much beast anything, so probably limited to that. Each hero has a deck of 8 cards, which gives you 24 cards total. So each deck is effectively 24 cards.
Okay.
The enemy does not work on a card-based system. The enemy can just do things.
Right.
So, yeah, each turn you've got to decide what you've got to do. You've got a hand of 5 cards. You can play 3 cards per turn. Some cards have costs, some don't.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it is. I've played this game for a bit now. I think the next mission I do, I'm going to unlock Wolverine, because the mission's name is the best at what I do. So, it's not very subtle. It feels like a mobile game that got upscaled.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of things in between missions. There's a lot of basically mechanics I can see that if this was a mobile game, they'd charge you for this.
Yeah.
Like the way you unlock cards, you don't just unlock cards. You get given rewards at the end of a mission. You open the reward. It's an RNG chance on what cards you get. You can pick 2 of the 4 cards that you draw, and that's it. And I can totally see like playing a mobile game, and it's like, you want more cards quickly, motherfucker? Give us $20.
Yeah.
It's also not a team of OCs, because I remember when this first came out, you said basically you pick someone and you give them the Spider-Man moveset or the Ghost Rider moveset. No, you just play as the characters. One of the first characters they give you is Captain Marvel.
Fair enough.
And they make it very obvious that she is the strongest and best character in the Marvel franchise. But yeah, overall, like, despite the criticisms I've laid upon it, and boy do the character models not look good, which is disappointing considering it's a goddamn PS5 gen game.
Yes.
The core gameplay is actually quite addictive. I do enjoy playing it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm assuming you got it at a significant discount.
Oh yeah, it was on the sale. It was 20 quid,
yeah.
Which isn't the cheapest, but it's pretty cheap for a game that came out literally last year.
Yeah.
I also watched What If Season 2.
Okay, so I've seen episode 1 of this. I thought episode 1 was kind of weak. Does it get better?
I'm actually struggling. What was episode 1? It's been a minute.
Episode 1 was Nebula joining the Nova Corps.
Okay.
And it was fine.
Yeah, it's very unmemorable, and it, unlike Season 1, it doesn't come up again.
Yeah, weird, huh?
No, the strongest part of this was definitely the last 2 episodes, but the last episode does something that made me fucking facepalm and hate.
Yeah, because I've seen the titles of it, and it's What If Strange Supreme Intervened, and it's basically just it sounds like it's going to be a retread of first season finale of What If the Watcher Broke His Oath.
Okay, so here's the thing, Rick. I'm not going to spoil specifically what happens, but I'll tell you the thing that happened that I hated. You know all of those cool, fancy, magical objects that are super powerful, like, oh, I don't know, like equivalent to Mjolnir, where it's a big fucking deal if you have it.
Yeah.
So about 200 items that are super important, like that, and fucking the 10 rings and shit like that, just get thrown at the main heroes, so they have everything at once.
Okay, so we've got the 10 rings, the Infinity Stones.
And on top of all that, Rick, it's not even what beats the fucking villain, so they might as well just be toys.
Yep.
But it bothered me. It bothered me a lot. I also skipped episode 6 because I couldn't give a fuck about it because of the fucking plot was just so generic. It's been done a million times before. The character from that one shows up again in episode 9. And I was like, cool. And I knew everything without having to watch that fucking episode. It was a waste of time. I'm glad I skipped it.
Is episode 6 the OC one?
I don't know if she's an OC, but it's the fucking Native American story, which, hey, guess what? They do the same thing with every Native American story. Sorry if you happen to be Native American. I'm sure you have some kick-ass lore, but whenever someone does a cartoon or a show, it's always, we're fighting the conquistadors.
Yep. So for that one, I think that's actually interesting for being the first actual OC in the MCU. Everyone else is someone who has shown up.
I don't know if it is an OC. It might be a comic character that's just obscure enough I'm not aware of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ready for some news?
Yeah, let's go.
Rest in peace, Hard Drive, 2017 to 2024.
Oh?
Hard Drive is The Onion, but for video game news.
Oh, okay.
They posted this news story story on their website with the headline of Rest in Peace Hard Drive 2017 to 2024. You click on the article and they're starting a Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Some people have pointed out in the comment section that you probably shouldn't join the Patreon because a lot of their original writers and people that actually did funny articles have fucked off because they got mistreated.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you to make your own decision. Headline was definitely clickbaity as fuck.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Rick, another video game news.
What happened?
So there's a Minecraft movie in the works.
Yeah, there is.
Jack Black is allegedly going to play Minecraft Steve.
That's kind of cute, actually. Yeah, I sees it.
I mean, Jack Black can do anything, and like if it's voice work, like he's got a recognisable voice. He did a great Bowser.
He absolutely did.
He's silly enough to just get away with like cartoon nonsense. Full stop.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of cartoons, Rick, the copyright ran out on Mickey Mouse, or at least that's what everyone keeps saying. In reality, it's Steamboat Willie it ran out on.
Yeah. So there's already like a clickbait horror game based on the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, this bothers me a lot because they do it all the fucking time. It's so lazy. So many people are like champing at the bit to for certain things to drop. They did it with fucking Winnie the Pooh as well. It really it was just lowest common denominator, boring nonsense of just like, oh, this beloved cartoon character. What if he was a scary monster?
Yeah. What if he was a murderer? So they give you this really generic murder thing, and then they just slap the character face on it and use that as the marketing.
It's just so boring. Like, by the way, there's a reason why the people who own these copyrights didn't do that. It's because one, people don't want it, and two, like they want to make money with their character.
Yeah.
Rick, are you ready for some wrestling news that you're not going to give a fuck about?
Yeah, go for it.
After 40 years, Kevin Dunn has resigned from the WWE.
Okay, cool.
This is somewhat monumental because Kevin Dunn is a producer. He's backstage. He dictates the cuts of It basically does a bunch of backstage stuff. He produces. You know what a producer is. I don't need to explain it, right?
Yeah. I know what a producer does. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin Dunn basically had a job for life because I don't think it was him. I think it was his father ran into a burning building and saved a bunch of WWF tapes back in the day. So therefore, him and his son both got jobs for life because Vince McMahon was so grateful. That's the Cliff Notes version. Also, not cool. That doesn't give you a job for life if you're shit.
Yeah, uncharacteristically noble of Vince McMahon to do that.
It's not. He did it all the time. Loads of people had jobs for life just because he liked them.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Like, that's just a Vince thing. Basically, Triple H is in charge. He's getting rid of a bunch of people he didn't like. Loads of people didn't like Kevin Dunn. A lot of people used to take the piss out the way he looks. I don't think that's cool, no matter how much you dislike a guy. But he was a massive fucking misogynist, so fuck him.
Yep, fair enough.
He was also not good at his job. I'm not an expert, but when someone who is more experienced with the field than I am straight up just said, you could take anyone who has filmed, like, college football games amateurishly and have them in charge of productions, and they probably produce a better product than Kevin Dunn can.
Well, fair enough. So signing off on his talent, then I don't know what is.
And also the last point on Kevin Dunn before we move on is he hates wrestling.
Oh, okay.
He worked in the biggest company of wrestling for 40 years and insisted that he wasn't producing wrestling, he was producing a television show because he hated wrestling. Fuck you, Kevin Dunn. We're glad you fucked off. Rick, what are we doing today?
Today we are doing a Retro Kids throwback. We're doing a compilation of opening themes from the 90s and some of the early 2000s. For those of you joining along at home, it's 3, 2, 1, and go.
There's a little bit of silence at the beginning here. So the video's called Retro UK Kids TV Megamix 90s and some early 2000s by Jack's Throwback Attack. What the fuck? I vaguely recall this, but I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I also had no idea it was called Zap. I think I only remember the opening theme.
So this bit.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what I thought the first one was Art Attack.
Yeah, good old Art Attack.
Man, do you remember the fucking head that would come alive?
Yes.
Wasn't he a Julie?
It was like I think he was some kind of up north fella.
Oh, Neil Buchanan. Is he still alive?
I think he passed away.
Oh.
What the Funhouse.
Fuck is this?
Funhouse, whole lot of fun, prizes to be won.
Wow, man. I could feel the joy radiating from you.
This thing, man.
Bodger and Badger.
Yeah, Funhouse was the kind of thing, like, if you were a kid or at that time, you wanted to go on it. However, they only ever selected people that were close to the zone.
It makes sense. But, like, I from the brief... It's that fucking... The Scarecrow motherfucker. No.
She's like... Yeah, it's a bit like Wurzel Gummidge is one of her minions.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of was Wurzel, but I couldn't remember his fucking name. But yeah, sorry, going back to Funhouse very quick. I saw from the intro that if I was 9, I would have been like, I want to do that.
Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck this is. This looks like a shit version of Funhouse / Gladiators.
Yeah. Get your own back, yes.
Oh, get your own back.
I do remember that. I remember that because of fucking Kevin Bridges.
Yeah.
Like, it was always like, I'll do Kevin Bridges' bit very quickly. It was always something silly like, my dad farted and it was really smelly, haha. And I wanted someone to go on it really seriously. It's like, have you brought your uncle in? Because he's a pedo!
Yeah, because he's a pedo, yeah.
Oh. I don't remember Sooty and Sweep having a fucking animated intro.
So they only have this. When it gets to the real thing, it's the regular Sooty puppets.
Yeah.
This is the one that introduced Scampy, I believe.
Fair enough. Man, back in the 80s and 90s, all of UK kids' TV was just filled with puppets.
Yep. Man.
They couldn't afford a plane.
I think they do have a plane. It's just they can't. They couldn't afford to, have it take off.
Then what's the fucking point? Oh, this is basically like the British version of Magic School Bus, but a lot shitter.
Oh, it's like way worse than that.
I just said it was way shitter.
Yeah. Like, I also, until I was a lot older, didn't know that this was called Playdays. I always thought it was just the thing that was the one of the day. Because, so normally, Y-Bird. Let's watch Y-Bird.
Oh, blimey, Postman Pat. There was a fucking thing that went around a while ago. It was so funny. It went, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his fucking big cock. This looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know why.
Yeah. Monster Cafe, okay.
Rick, am I fucking dreaming?
Yeah.
Seems to be a Snuffleupagus eating grapes. Was this a Jim Henson fucking abomination? Because it sure looks like it.
Moffat's shop or something here. Jason. Okay, so...
The fuck is this one, Rick? I mean, have a kazoo, obviously, but I don't know what it is. Was that a little robot? Why wasn't that in the intro?
Yeah, it was a little robot. I think they cut it too late. A lot of these are cut too early.
The fuck is this one? Oh, I remember this show. It was a bit shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, it was Art Attack Man.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Grange Hill.
Oh, for a second I thought we were going to go into fucking The Wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. From Solar Opposites, yeah.
No. I'm thinking of The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the Solar Opposites wall from the previous one. Man, Grange Hill was like if you watched ITV and weren't allowed to watch Biker Grub. Look at that frickin' gorillas-looking guy.
Yeah, I sees it. Man, speaking of Bikers Grove versus Grange Hill, I forget which one, but like my neighbour 3 doors down was in one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Allegedly. I don't talk to them. Fuck me. This thing gave me not nightmares, but like sometimes, when you'd have a fever dream?
Yeah, Okie Doke. Okie Doke is one of the things that I never watched, but I always hated.
I watched it too many times, and it was borderline horrifying. It was like a shit Magic Roundabout.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone wonders where Temple Run got its inspiration from,
Yeah. Is the? I mean, this is basically just the Crystal Maze, but for kids, isn't it?
yeah. I really wanted to go on the Crystal Maze when I was a kid.
Yeah, and then you realise it's for actual,
Smart people.
adults. Oh, dig it!
The fuck are they?
This is where I used to watch Sonic Underground.
Oh, so this is responsible for your furry stuff.
I mean, Sonic Underground was like the third Sonic series that I watched, so...
I thought this was going to be Kez, but no, it's some bullshit about a watch.
It's Burner's watch. My grandma used to love this.
I've never heard of this one.
Yeah, he's got a time stopwatch. But apparently he just found it in a fucking field.
Wow, the production values on this. Which one was it where Ant and Dec were kids and they started their jobs at?
That was Biker Grove, I believe.
Ah.
Because it was Geordie Grange Hill.
Yeah. It was also a bit older, wasn't it?
Grove! Biker Grove. That's when there were
Ward.
PJ and Duncan.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by so many... I'm being overstimulated, Rick.
Yeah, it's been overstimulated by shapes and sounds.
I don't know who that is.
No, me either. I've heard that name. Mike and Angelo, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that. Oh, another Rosie and Jim. Oh, no, it was Tots TV was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah.
We've had Tots TV, that was at the beginning.
Yeah, we had Tots TV, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. This did, weirdly, make me fascinated with barge boats for a while, so I'll give it that.
Fair enough.
What? I don't remember the Duck doing that.
Yeah, it's before they repeated the entire first verse again.
Goodness. I like looking at all these puppets, because you've got a very much vast array of quality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are on the lower end.
Oh, yeah. These puppets are in someone's shed and their fucking skin's falling off.
If only, they probably went down the bin. Scratchy and Reg and Co.
You know what? I remember Tracy Beaker.
That was a bit after my time, I think.
Well, bear in mind, this was 90s and early 2000s. I was under the age of 10 for most of it. No, all of it.
Yeah.
In fact, I wasn't 10 until 92.
Mm-hmm.
Man, looking at all these intros, I can kind of see why people didn't know autism was a thing for so long.
Yeah, because they just appealed to autistic brains.
I don't remember the Thimbles.
No, me either.
Is this Horrid Henry, is it?
I assume so.
I don't remember the Magic Key. It can't be Horrid Henry. It must be a different one that's just got the same art style.
Yeah. Well, the Magic Key has shown up twice.
And they've sung it 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just
It's
the Magic
probably
Key.
just called the Magic Key.
Yeah. As we say that, fuck me. What the fuck is that? I like that. They couldn't be asked to make the dog's fucking legs move, so they just put it on a fucking...
skateboard, yeah.
What the fuck?
So the dog and the duck are actually friends, and the piano is like I'm muscling in on this relationship.
It's just called Dog and Duck, man. Oh, if you want to talk about a fucking autistic show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, gone.
Yeah, Thomas is what taught me to read.
Very interesting, innit? Because over here we got, what the fuck?
That looks like Dr. Evil.
It does. No, it looks like fucking Robotnik.
One of each.
Oh.
Yeah, Dr. Evil and Dr. Robotnik.
It's alright, friendly aliens, you can live in my shed.
Snug and cozy.
But yeah, Thomas the Tank, we got Ringo, and you said the Yanks got Carlin.
Yeah, they got George Carlin. Like, I kind of wish we had him.
No,
but,
Ringo's better.
It works. Well, he's definitely more iconic, and he's a lot more easy to impersonate. Oh, this is like QI for kids.
Jeez, man, I have fond memories of Fireman Sam. I don't remember it looking so jank.
Yeah, like, this is exactly how I remember it.
That's fair.
Like, that's not a downside.
Oh, Norman Price, the little wanker.
Oh, Norman Price, you little fucking pyro.
They actually made a remake of that where they've just straight up done 3D animation, and it doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't look so bad. Apparently, Norman Price actually becomes more heroic in the 3D animation version.
It's a very low bar.
No. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, I don't remember this one at all.
I don't. I'm mildly off-put by the faces. Rick, what the fuck? This looks like Aardman before they fucking found their footing.
Yeah. But it's animated like a Weeble shitpost.
Crazy Cottage. Alright.
Oh, and I bet nothing had anything to do with any of the puppets. It was just a human show.
It weren't even puppets. It did look like claymation to an extent.
Yeah, you know what I mean, yeah.
Fucking hell. I vaguely remember these creatures, but I don't know why. Oh, Zig and Zag, that'd be why.
Zig and Zag. Yeah, Zig and Zag from Zog. Yeah, so they were essentially a container show for other shows.
I get you. Ah, Nigel Planner, fucking legend. Neil from The Young Ones.
Okay.
What?
I think this is just another, like, why show. Why do things happen?
But there's
like how to, but worse.
That would have gave me nightmares as a kid, that fucking alien face.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a mystery. It's a bit on point, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's New Bill Cannon again! Go back to doing art!
Yeah.
Hey, I remember this! Vaguely.
Oh, yeah, is this the one where they got... Yeah. So, man, I also wanted to go on this.
Yeah.
Just playing D&D with a bucket on your head, and you get your allies who are sat around the TV to tell you what to do.
Yeah, it was basically AR before AR.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nightmare. Used to watch a lot of that on Challenge. Fuck. Don't like that monkey. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Toy Story was popular, so they made this. But yeah, sorry, go ahead with Nightmare.
Yeah, on Nightmare, I remember there was one episode that was bullshit. A lot of them were, but the one I remember is very early on they had a choice of 3 items, and they picked one, and then later on they got to a wall, and it was like the last thing they did because it was a game over. It was like, where is the horn to blow down the wall of Jericho? And the horn was one of the 3 items they could have picked at the beginning. So they just got... It's like, how are you supposed to beat that puzzle?
Yeah. Oh, boy. And I bet it would have been the other things if they'd have picked something, if they actually picked the horn.
You know what? I don't actually know what the prize was in Nightmare. Hey, the Chuckle Brothers, who don't like them?
Hey. Yeah, Chuckle Brothers. They're like our British version of the Mario Brothers, but also, you know, comedians instead of plumbers.
Not even remotely similar, Rick, but okay.
Well, they're dudes in overalls with mustaches.
Okay. I wouldn't have compared the two, but I guess you're technically correct. Rick, what the fuck is this?
Oh, experimental. Okay, yeah. I wasn't around for that.
Now we're just looking at a lake.
Oh, Maid Marian!
I don't fucking remember this. Maid Marian's gonna get gangbanged. Oh, Tony Robinson, okay.
Sorry, written by Tony Robinson. It was a Maid Marian-centric Robin Hood show where Maid Marian was the one who was, like Blackadder, the one who had a clue.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else was a fucking moron.
Yeah. It's leads itself to like, I'm surprised that's the only version of the story that's done that. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
That being said, those last two intros were very short and very nothing.
Yeah. There was a longer version of the Marian opening.
Ah, okay.
Oh yes, if you weren't allowed to watch Art Attack because you were on the wrong channel. I think the guy who hosted this actually committed suicide.
Jesus, thanks, Rick. They had 3 hosts, so take your pick.
Oh, by Jerry Anderson, the Thunderbirds guy.
Oh, okay. That's all we need to know. Fucking next channel. What the f... And his Warwick stick. So where's Warwick Davies?
Roger Pilot.
You know what? It doesn't actually look terrible, is the thing.
Yeah.
Bob the Builder. No, it's fucked.
Yeah, yep. I like how this started when the guy who did the narration was like revealed to be like a serial sex cheat.
Wait, what?
Like he was like cheating on his wife and then cheating on his piece on the side girlfriend with an additional woman.
That's the Men Behaving Badly guy, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. The one that's not Martin Clunes.
Yeah. I remember this. Oh, here's Biker Grove. I didn't realise they spelt it wrong.
Yeah. Well, it was named after a place, wasn't it? In story.
I don't know. I didn't watch it, man.
No, it wasn't a grove of people who were bikers. Could you have picked a kid who could sing?
Well, you see, it's songs for kids by kids, which means it's shit.
Yeah.
Look at his fucking hair. You need to be fucking given a reprimand if you let your kid have hair like that. My God, it's just the Fall Guys guy.
It is.
They fucking nicked it, Rick. They nicked it.
Yeah, he's like a Yeti, I assume.
Say it correctly.
The Yeti.
Thank you. It's the Yeti! And it's a fucking mummy.
It's a goddamn Yeti. Okay, apparently they're sending him off into space on a space trebuchet.
With a fucking... What the f...
Oh! It's the Demon Headmaster.
Oh, okay.
It's a...
those are some gormless-looking kids.
He can hypnotise people.
He looks a bit like Cushing.
A little bit. Yeah, Animals a Farthing Word.
I don't think I ever watched this, but I was aware of it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like, this was like, okay, if you're not a furry already, here are some actual animals to take some inspiration from.
This is why we've got so many foxkin in their 30s.
Yeah, because the fox was the leader, and therefore he's the best.
Fuck me, is that who I think it is?
I don't know.
Oh, I've forgotten his name, but he does the fucking Britain's Got Talent and shit. Give me a name!
Huh. Well, it's not Matt Berry, because he talks different.
Oh, everyone remembers Dick and Dom in a bungalow.
Yeah, so again, these were after my time. But the my mate's younger brother watched it because he was the target audience for that by then.
Well, see, Rick, I was very lucky in that I got to know Dick and Dom, but I didn't watch Dick and Dom. I watched the other side. So
okay,
but I was
so
aware.
So basically, when it came on, that's when you changed the channel.
Not really. It was always usually on the other channel. But
okay.
This is a Raven's Quest thing, isn't it?
Yeah, listen to this like kid metal. It's cool.
This is another show I really wanted to go on. But like, he could turn into a raven. How cool was that?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I was aware of Dick and Dom because they made up a very fun game called Bogies, and every child under the age of 15 thought it was the funniest thing ever, so would just play it wherever they could.
Well, is that where you take a bogey out and put it somewhere?
No, it's more fucking annoying than that, surprisingly. What you do is you go to a place where it's inappropriate to talk, and you start really quietly, you whisper bogies, and then you get louder and louder until you're just shouting it until someone tells you to stop.
Okay.
The loser is the one who gets told to stop.
Okay. I can see how that would be a very easy thing to adapt to normal life, and also incredibly annoying to do so.
Wasn't Ed Byrne in this?
Maybe.
Oh, we're on Balamory if you're not watching along. Oh, that wasn't even this full intro that showed you all the fucking actors.
Yeah, it was just the opening of the first couple of lines of the song. Yeah, this compilation tends not to do the entire songs.
Which is weird, because it's 35 minutes long, so I thought they would have done.
Yeah.
Man, Rick, I think every child has a story that involves having a horrible accident on a space hopper. Fuck me, I forgot about the Tweenies' existence.
Yeah, the Tweenies. Yeah.
We had, I won't name them, but there was a sibling where they would be annoying quite often, so we'd call them Bella.
Okay.
Hey, it's the Skelly Bows! I just said Skelly Bows.
Yeah. Skelly Bones.
It's Sans and Papyrus before they existed.
Yes, it's British Sans and Papyrus. A big skeleton? Hello.
Like, for real, man.
Hello. Ruff. In the Nintendo font.
Jeez, that fucking sounds like a real band.
It does.
The fuck is this?
I don't know.
What the you want to talk about furries?
Yeah.
She's the one getting fucked every night.
Yeah, by all the other puppets.
It's called Beachcomber Bay for those not watching along, so look that up in your free time.
That cat's having all them sausages.
Like, if that cat gets to do that, because it's getting twatted in the nose.
Yeah, it's getting shot. It's going to end up in the next set of sausages.
Okay, to the point, I guess.
I guess so. Is that a floating brain?
I don't know what that is, Rick. I was too busy looking at the actors.
I don't know why it has a cleft lip.
I like how that one actually listed all the actors, and I'm like, none of those went on to do anything good.
No. WYSIWYG.
Hey, Dennis the fucking Menace.
Dennis the Menace and Nasher. This took a lot longer to come out than it needed to.
I think it's because the guys writing the comics are like, nah, fuck TV, it's a fad, we're going to stick to our comic book strips.
Yeah, because the comics were out in the 60s, and this was late 90s. Hey, Wolf! The guy that can turn into a dog.
Okay.
And then the dog got too old, so he turned into a different dog.
Oh later. No, I didn't want to hear that, Rick.
And then the
Christopher
and then the
Biggins
kid got too old. Yeah.
So the kid got too old and they replaced the kid.
Yeah, they replaced the kid and the dog as well. So apparently, and this is like his cousin who can also do this. Hey, the Queen's nose.
I'm not familiar with this one.
Yeah. So the idea of this, you can Dick Kingsmith. Yeah, if you rub the Queen's nose on that particular 50p, then you can make wishes.
Well, I didn't vote for her. What the fuck? This is like Krypton Factor for kids.
Yeah, down at the leisure centre.
Get wet.
Get wet.
To the point,
yeah, that's on the nose, yeah. Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of shows like this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like fall over. Like, okay, fair enough.
For a second, I thought we were cutting a Robot Wars.
I think it might even be the same studio.
Stupid. Look at this old 90s animation. Fuck.
Yeah, it looks like a screensaver.
They look familiar.
King Stupid.
Bob Hoskins, legend.
Yeah.
Joanna Lumley. Fuck me, this had some people in it.
Yeah, so these are like the rejects, aren't they, I think? The Forgotten Toys. I remember liking this. There were like all these like reject toys.
I know why I recognise that King Stupid fellow. It's Marcus Brigstock.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I'm not a big fan of Ricky Gervais's stand-up comedy, but I do like his joke of why does Noddy wear a hat? Because he's a cunt. That joke is funny once, but that one time it was very funny because I weren't expecting it. Other than that, he's like Rick. You know, I like Ricky Gervais on XFM and the Ricky Gervais show mostly because he's actually pretty good at bantering with Stephen Cole. But fuck me, his stand-up is awful.
Yeah, because like he's got the stage and he doesn't have other people telling him not to be a prick.
Well, yeah, I've not watched this recent special, but everyone's like, Ricky Gervais insists that, people are just being fake outraged. And it's like, I've looked at the comments of people, because fuck if I'm watching it. People aren't outraged, they just think it's shit.
Yeah. Live and kicking, yeah.
The fuck is that? He's even got vaguely sinister music.
I vaguely remember this.
If I see one of them down an alley, I'm twatting it.
Yeah, it's getting booted.
The Riddlers.
The Riddlers, okay.
I do vaguely remember this show.
Huh. Oh, there's a hippo. I thought we were talking about the radiator behind him.
What the fuck? What? Oh, fuck me, I do remember this. I was like, that's a weird title, but this does look vaguely familiar.
Yeah, Budgie the little helicopter. It's like,
It's like Thomas the Tank, but a helicopter. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah. And animated.
He's going to give someone a can show.
Engie Benji. Yeah. Engine Lad, apparently.
Engine Mad.
Oh, Engine Mad.
Yeah, mad about engines, I think. You know what?
The dog with the dog with the face that was also a motorbike actually looked pretty cool.
I was going to say, the annoying thing is the music for that wasn't actually bad.
Are these the Hoobs?
I don't know.
Yes, they are, the Hoobs. Yeah, the Hoobs.
Oh. More slime, because that's what kids love. Slime.
Yeah, they love watching other people get gunged and then playing with slime when it gets fucking everywhere in the house. And that's why you don't get it a second time.
Fingertip. I thought it was going to say finger this, and I'm like, that's a bit fucked for a kid's show.
I remember seeing these as books. I didn't know that they made a show of it.
That's fair. What the fuck? Some of the music's been fine, but that one was shit. It's not just
Yeah,
Dick
I
and
think
Dom
Daisy
again.
might be non-verbal. It might be Dick and Dom.
No, it's Dick and Dom alike.
Oh, yeah. Dickant and Domant.
I'm sure we'll get their names in a minute. Mad 4, okay.
Mad for it, yeah, okay.
What? Again, the music here is not awful, but the visuals are confusing as fuck. Oh, it's
Yeah,
one
the
of these
visual looks
shows.
like a... Yeah. The visuals look like the in-between adverts that you'd get on, like, Cartoon Network or something.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, there you go. All prepubescent boys want to see fucking girls in not very skimpy clothes but dancing so their tits jiggle a bit.
Yep. It's like for SMTV, it was Ant and Decca there, but the teenage boys tune into Leah at Cat Dealey.
Awful, but true. Noot, motherfuckers!
Hey, Pingu!
Oh, he doesn't say noot in the intro. Fuck you, then.
No, apparently in that one he doesn't. He does in other ones, I believe.
Who wants to get invaded by the Xbox logo?
Exchange.
Sounds like a game show for trans people.
Yeah.
That joke wasn't offensive. That one was fine, right?
I hope so.
I don't think I was having a go. Why do I know the name Tony Gardner?
It's a normal sounding name.
None of these kids ended up famous, and that's really depressing.
No. My parents are aliens.
Fucking Brum!
Like, I remember seeing Brum and think it was an incredibly cute show, and, like, I was, like, 6 or something. So when it was my birthday, I wanted my birthday cake to be Brum.
But your mum's actually pretty good at making birthday cakes, so did she manage it?
Yeah, she did.
Wow, fucking kudos.
The wheels were licorice wheels.
That's a shame, but fair enough. I don't know how she did it. Fucking boom, motherfuckers!
Yeah, Basil Brush.
The best thing about Basil Brush is there's enough nostalgia for him that he shows up in programs that are aimed at adults. So there's nothing funnier than hearing Basil Brush telling someone to fuck off.
Yeah, like he'll show up in, whatchamacallit, like Big Fat Quiz of the Year.
Yeah.
Now and again.
Listen to this fucking hymn.
Yeah, and this, like, store brand Hogwarts.
I think this predated the movie, at least. Maybe not the book.
Yeah.
But this is traditional witches, which means only girls go to this school. Did that just say Peter Seralenakis?
It wasn't. No, it was a different one.
Okay. Oh, because I was like, that's a weird show for him to crop up in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just fucking.
No, it wasn't Peter Serafinowicz.
Sitting behind his desk, like, just fucking ended so suddenly. I was not expecting it. I was in the middle of a spiel. Just like sitting behind his desk, and it's like, oh, hello there. Don't open that cupboard. It has a basilisk, and then you're surprised when it has a basilisk.
Yep.
Rick, we had quite a few shows there. What did you think?
Some of them were like a big trip down memory lane, and some of them I had no fucking clue what they were. Which, is par for the course for these. I'm assuming you've got a similar take on this.
The ones I recognised, you can hear it in our voices. We go, oh, it's da-da, and then followed by some real weird shit where we're like, well, I was like, at least, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I don't think any of the what the fuck is going on here ones are ones I ever want to experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that in mind, let's do our usual question, Sally. Rick, what was your favourite moment? So I guess, what was your favourite intro to see?
Man, I think you probably caught up on it when I started singing along. It was Funhouse. Yeah, I remember that show very fondly. There might have been better shows in the list, but the Funhouse opening was kind of cool, and yeah, like we say, it's one of the things that you just wanted to be part of. How about you? What was your favourite opening?
My favourite opening was Nightmare, partly because I never watched that as a kid. I watched that when I was a very young mid-teenager on Challenge, on reruns, and I was like, this is a cool concept for a show. Why have they never done it again?
Yeah. It was like late 80s, early 90s style CGI, which was really bad, but incredibly charming.
They also just straight up had actors in the room. Sometimes sometimes wearing really silly costumes.
Yes. So you knew it was essentially just a green screen room, and that's why the kid with the bucket on his head had to have a bucket on their head to keep the suspension of disbelief and be blinded.
But yet, we can't only talk about the good, let's also talk about the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link?
The problem is, the ones that I thought were really shit were the ones that It's the one with the 4 gremlins that had really sinister music. That was the one that kind of probably disturbed me as a kid and made me not want to watch it.
Yeah, they look like a bunch of people ready to jump you in an alley, which, as a child, terrifying. As an adult, you'll twat them and it's fine, but...
Yeah, because you also know that they're puppets, so they can't be more than knee-high.
Dude,
so...
even if they were real humans, I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking throw down now.
Yeah, you see that and you just instinctively stands up. Yeah, how about you? What was your weakest link?
My weakest link might be a bit mean, so I apologise in advance, but you brought it up during the episode. The editing was a bit all over the place in that some things went a bit too long and some things got cut off before the intro was even half done. So I don't know how much of this is actually the editing, because there's a very real possibility that his source material was just already cut off like that. And if that's the case, I apologise, but if he made the conscious decision to cut certain things and extend certain things, it was a baffling choice.
Yeah, because some of them just went into the show and you got almost as much time watching the beginning of the show that the intro was from as the intro took.
But I also want to stress that I still appreciate the uploader for just compiling a bunch of these, because, you know what, it is a fun thing to just go, do you remember this?
Yeah, totally.
That brings us to our final question, Rick, which we're going to do a bit different. Like, traditional MVPs are a bit weird, so we'll just pick our favourite show out of the intros we watched. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So with that in mind, who gets your MVP today?
I think because it made the biggest impact on me, it was probably Brum.
Yeah, fair enough. You wanted a cake made of the fucker.
Yeah, they only got halfway through the intro, so I kind of forgot it was there. Thomas the Tank Engine might actually be the actual winner, because I was obsessed with Thomas for far too long of my young life. Basically, it was Thomas until, like, Sonic the Hedgehog and Power Rangers came along. But yeah, how about you? What was your favourite show?
It's a bit of a tough one, but I think I'm going to give it to the Chuckle Brothers, or Chuckle Vision, I should say.
Yeah, sure. That's a nice, wholesome show to have grown up with and to have really good memories of.
Yeah, I think I have slightly more memories of their game show. Yeah, Chuckle Vision was... I think Chuckle Vision might have been my first exposure to slapstick.
Yeah. We went to see them live one time.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, it was great. It was my cousin's birthday. It was like me and a bunch of his friends just went to see them live on the stage show. Can't remember what they fucking did. I think they had a hotel.
To me, to you, to me, to you.
Yeah, they did that bit.
They probably did that bit 10 or 15 times. Join us again next week, where we'll be doing pretty much more of this. That's kind of our semi-theme for the month, but you'll clock on. It's not a difficult one to clock on to. And yeah, as always, we've got the comment section down below on YouTube. Alternatively, if you're listening via one of our audio platforms, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that's nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. And hopefully you'll join us next week for more silly classic childhood intros. Bye, guys.
Bye.